Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. This quote is by Norman Vincent Pearl. Never talk defeat. Use words like hope, belief, faith, and victory. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. The Dow Industrials finished down 17, NASDAQ up 7, S&P's flat. Gold contract up $1.70, trading at $12.10. That's after being down into the 1100s, 1106. Bottom 1106, no, 1196. Bottom line is that baby turned around when the Fed minutes come out, folks. Fed minutes. The Fed is basically staying status quo, saying that they think they're going to keep the zero rate longer than they were expecting in the last meeting. Silver. What did silver do out here? Silver goes up 3 cents at $16.41 an ounce. Platinum down $4 at $1,173. Copper up 3.5 pennies at $2.61 a pound. Light sweet crude down $1.81, trading out at $51.71 a barrel. Bonds. You had the 10-year up 21 ticks, 127.29. 30-year up 19 ticks at 144.24. Both of those, folks, got to a lower low today, had lighter volume, rejected that low. Guess what? Can't bust them down. Bonds, once again, are going to go topside. We'll see how they handle the highs. Right now, the 10-year is at 2.0 once again. And King Dollar, what do we have with King Dollar? King Dollar is up 43 ticks at 94.19. What King Dollar had done, King Dollar came off a higher price today when the Fed came out with that, well, the minutes at 2 o'clock, pushes down. I expect what you're going to see out here tomorrow, the next day, is that King Dollar is going to go after its February 3rd swing low. We'll see whether we get any volume coming out of that. If, in fact, you do have volume that is expanding, because February 3rd is a high-volume swing low in King Dollar after it had made the high from January 26th of this year. If we get volume coming out of King Dollar, what that sets up is a much larger correction for King Dollar. And you got to remember, King Dollar had been going up since 2011, so it's not like it's not ready for a correction. Euro down 18 ticks, trading at 1.1393, and the yen down 56 at 118.69. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do we have? Let's take a look. First off, we'll just use the SPY, the ETF structure for the S&P. Bottom line, closes at its high. Has light volume, but you know what? It's hanging up there. You're at 210.13. It was have to get back inside 208.85 to get into lower price. The NDX 100, using the 3 Qs. What the 3 Qs did out here today also stayed at its highs, up 15 cents. You're at 107. The volume is anemic. It's only 14 million shares versus a swing point out here with 17 million in it versus a downtown with 66 million. But yeah, you have no buyers. Guess what? You don't have any sellers up there either. Inside that NDX 100, which was putting strength into it versus weakness, this is what you had. You had American Airlines was the leader out there, up $1.30. Whole Foods was second, 127. You had Western Digital up 223, and then you had SRC Stericycle. Taken away from it. On the way down, Garmin got smoked. Garmin was down 11%. That was down $6. We had Viacom off 125. Vodafone was down 62, and LLTC was down 79. And inside the Dow Industrials, what do we have inside the Dow Industrials? Pretty amazing that the Dow still hasn't been able to tag that high. The high of the Dow is 103. That's 18,103. We've hit 18,000, let's see, 048. You know, I suspect that's going to get hit, folks. That just looks to me like that's going to get hit. That's going to get tested out. The small caps, what do we have with the small caps? We take a look at the IWM inside the small caps. This is what you have with the IWM. IWM also closed at its high, 122.04, 20 million shares, The high that is 121.38. You stay over that, you can get to higher price. Now, gold contract. What do we have with gold? So we have with gold out here today is this. Now, the gold contract itself, folks, has been coming down, has done it on lighter volume. The gold and silver equities have rejected going down. What that had set up is this. Gold got to 1197 today, had volume of 112,000 contracts. That is anemic volume, folks. Rejected lower price. Moved higher. We moved from 1197 up to 1211. What that sets up is a move topside now. We'll see what kind of strength gold is going to get. We take a look at the silver contract. Same thing with silver. Silver, they absolutely smoked yesterday. We take a look at silver right now. What we had with silver, silver went down to 16.23 today. We closed out at 16.40. We had 48,000 contracts, as it was testing that low of yesterday of 82,000. So your sellers are gone here. Now the real key inside the silver market is, are you going to get a wide price spread, accelerated volume going topside? You know, and we'll see how that shakes out. Oil market out here. We take a look at the oil market. What we had with oil out here today, oil was down $1.83. And the way this market, CLH, the way this market is setting up right now, it looks to me like oil wants to go higher before it's going to go lower once again. The setup is pretty good, actually. Yesterday we got to a price point of 54.15. We didn't get to that high out here today. And then what it did is that it pulled back with lighter volume. That's saying, you know what, there's going to be another leg up inside the oil market before that baby wants to pull back. That's the way it seems to be setting up for me here. Now, King Dollar. King Dollar is crucial to talk about. This is why. What we have with King Dollar is this. Before the Fed meeting out here today, King Dollar was trying to get up into its high. The dollar index itself had traded up to 94.62. That was trading up there, folks, with light volume. Number one, it didn't make it. Number two, it gave it up. So now what you've done is that you've tried to push into the downdraft that had been created on February 12th. You pushed in with light volume. It rejected it. So that gives you the shot that it's going to go after the February 3rd swing low of 93.38. That number is going to be crucial because if we do get volume going after that high volume low, that is going to be your confirmation that there's a much higher probability that the dollar has topped on January 26th, that you get a larger correction. So that would be the case that you get a large correction. The case that the dollar wants to go higher, if we get down to the February 3rd swing low, you have lighter volume, it rejects that, the dollar's going to go right after those highs. That's the little setup that's out there. Let's go to our man Shivan in Boston. Hey, Shivan, what's going on?
Not much time. You're missing a hell of a winter, I have to say.
Oh, my. It's so good hearing from you, man. It blows my mind. You know, Shivan, I was just in Bloomberg. They were running across the news. And Boston, of course, is the top of the news. And the reason it's the top of the news, folks, is that there's more snow in Boston than it is in Anchorage, Alaska, number one. And number two, if you get, I guess, 14 more, I think it's 14 to 17 more inches before the end of this year, that's the most snow that's ever been recorded since the 19th century, since they've been taking snow counts. So.
That's right. That's right. Yes, I think Boston, I think it's 10 inches. I think around my neighborhood, it's probably already broken records. I mean, it is amazing, Tom. In 3 weeks, over, 8 feet of the snow. It's really impressive.
I don't even want to think about when it starts melting, the mud that's going to be up there. It's going to be pretty...
It's very scary, yeah. I mean, the roofs are really scary, ice dams, and this weekend we're supposed to get a storm, and there is a talk that it might be 1 inch of rain on top of it. That is not going to be fun.
No.
Yes, tell you this one.
We'll send some good white light up to you, man.
Thank you. So Tom, a couple of things. One, while ago, you talked about, I remember driving one day, this is a few months ago.
Hey, can you just stay with me 1 second, Shivan?
Yeah, go.
Stay right there.
Fine.
Awesome, man. You stay right there, folks. Dow Industrials finished down 17, NASDAQ up 7, S&Ps were flat. We're going to be right back, folks.